Welcome back, everybody.
Welcome.
Another episode of Staying Up with Pat and Jodi. Another Wednesday night. Early for Vegas, West Coast, but it's after dinner time now on the East Coast.
Yeah, so it's 5, 6, 7, 8. Wait, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, it's 8. I have
It's
to use my
8, yes.
fingers to count. 5.
She's got to count.
6, 7, 8. Yeah, I'd be terrible at math.
Yes.
Because I am terrible at math. I was always terrible at math. I actually had a tutor. I had to go to tutor. Go to tutor.
Go to tutor.
I had to 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 go to tutor.
Listen, when I got to this country,
tutor.
I had to go to tutor.
I have a tutor. I have a tutor.
Tutor to help me
to talk English.
Don't forget to go to the different banners scrolling tonight.
That's
toward
right.
the bottom, in case people want to, who is watching, leave us a comment. I have to go to tutor to learn how to do math. Why am I speaking with an accent?
I don't know. And it's a terrible accent. We don't even know what kind of accent.
Yeah, it's like European, dude. It's like a European.
Is that European?
Yes. Oh my gosh.
European. I'm a peeing. We're all a peeing.
Bingo was just peeing. I mean, we were all peeing.
Bingo was just peeing. Yeah. So.
Oh my gosh. But yes, I did go to a tutor because I can't count unless I use my fingers. And I only have 10. But then I have 10 toes.
10 toes.
That gives me 20. So if I use my feet, I'm kind of monkeyish. I'd be like a monkey.
Then you can count to 20.
Yeah, using my fingers and toes.
I can count to 20.
I can count to 20. After that, I'm screwed. Like, literally, dude, I must be like dyslexic when it comes to numbers, because I'll look and like I'll have to count how many zeros. Like, oh my gosh, that's 1,000,000. Like, I don't even know. Like, now, if I have to find a real job at some point in my life, not that this isn't a real job, but I haven't seen millions in a really long time. No one's written me a check with a lot of zeros.
No.
Let's put it that way.
We're hoping for that at some point.
At some point.
We want some checks with lots of zeros.
With lots
to be written
of zeros. If you want to write us a check with lots of zeros, hey, come on down. Come on, we'll take your money's good.
Write us a check now. Do it now.
It's all good. But so we're here at the office today. It's a beautiful day here in Las Vegas. For some of you that have been asking about the smoke, yes, we are experiencing some haze.
Yeah, and it's not just the smoke from all the people that smoke weed on the Strip and throughout different neighborhoods.
You can smell that.
Because I'll tell you what, it's kind of funny. We went outside yesterday, and there's a rental house. There's an Airbnb across the street. You're not supposed to smoke anything. The moment we got out the house, we smelled a weed big time. We're like, oh, who's smoking the weed? And
I got a contact high.
Yeah, the sound from that house, like they got quiet.
Yeah, they did. Because
who's smoking that weed?
I'm like, who's smoking weed?
Who's smoking weed?
And our
you ain't supposed to smoke it in the house.
In our neighborhood, everything echoes. So,
yes,
they definitely heard me say, "Who's smoking weed?"
Yeah, they definitely heard.
And then I later pronounced and said, later on, I said, "Pass the Dolce on the left-hand side. Pass the Dolce on the left-hand side." Dolce, is that what it's called? Dolce,
yeah,
Dolce,
something like that. Not
is it Dolce Gabbana?
Not Dolce.
Were they talking about weed in that song?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
No, seriously. I'm like, I don't know.
Yes.
I know that song.
Yeah, talking about weed. Yeah, talking about smoking weed.
Was that Donna Summer that was a part? Wasn't she part of that group?
Donna Summer
sang with those. What was the name of that? Google it in another window. Somebody help us out. If you're watching the show, drop us a comment. God, what was the name of the group that sang Past the Dolce?
Dutchie.
Past the Dutchie?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Dutchie.
Past the Dutchie. And they were called. No, that ain't the group. Buck 09? Buck 09?
I don't know.
Donna Summer sang with some rappers. Some Jamaican rappers. Donna Summer did a song with somebody. Help me out here. If you're not on Staying Up with Pat and Jodi and you're watching this on some other platform, I can't
Musical
see your
Youth.
That's it.
Musical Youth.
Musical Youth. That's it. Yes.
It was Musical Youth. Pass the Dutchie. They'd say Dutchie. The Dutchie. It's supposed to Dutch, but pass the Dutchie.
Oh, okay.
That's basically.
And Donna Summer.
And they were like little kids. They were literally like little kids.
Mom and Dad are like.
These are like 13-year-old kids getting high.
Want
Want to get high?
That's all I have to say.
That's all you have to say about
Who
that.
remembers Musical Youth? If you guys remember, this is a lie.
I think that was the only song that they had that anybody knows is Pass the Dutchie. Pass the Dutchie.
Dutchie.
The Dutchie.
Dutch. Like Dutch.
Pass the Dutchie.
Pass the Dutchie on the
Excuse me, will you
left-hand
please
side.
pass the Dutchie? Thank
Yeah,
you. Thank you, sir. You're quite kind.
So, but I remember that. So yeah, people were getting high in the neighborhood, and we do have smokes and haze for some of you people. I know there's people out here. Hey, comment. Would you please fucking comment?
Say hello.
Like, seriously, people.
Tell you here.
Don't be a stalker. Just comment, because we want to know that somebody other than my mother is watching this show.
We want to know that you're old enough to know that song. Too.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Pass
Our
the
audience.
Dutchie on
Yeah.
the left.
Yeah, we got some old goats on
Some
our
old mothers.
We got some old motherfuckers.
Oh.
And I just lost. Just like that, I lost them.
So who you calling old?
I'm not saying old. I'm saying OLE.
Old.
Old. Like
Old.
Roman. Remember Roman had a
Good
car.
old Roman.
Good old Roman. Our friend
Good
Roman.
old Roman.
He had a car with a license plate called Old Rome.
Yes.
But it was OLE.
Yes.
And somebody stole his license plate.
Yes.
They didn't steal the car, folks.
They stole the license plate.
plate.
It's hanging up in somebody's bedroom right now. I'll guarantee you. He can't use it anymore. But it's hanging up in somebody's bedroom.
Imagine having such a great like
that people steal it.
People like your license plate is so original and creative that some a-hole steals it.
I'll tell you what, they were probably passing the Dutchie on the left-hand side and said, "Dude, I could totally steal that license plate.
I could totally steal that.
We could put that old Rome license plate in your room, dude."
Oh my God. And I thought, I thought I was creative with our license plates.
Yeah, not really.
We're SNS,
SNS 1, 2,
3.
and 3.
Well, we're like the Ewings. Remember back in the old?
Yes, the
Remember
Ewings
the
all had
Ewings on Dallas?
Ewing 1,
Ewing 1, Ewing 2, yes. Yeah. Matter of fact, one of our friends, Sean Daly, actually said, "Oh, you guys are like the Ewings because
that's right.
You guys are SNS 1 and SNS 2. Now, with the pandemic, we might be just SNS 0.
That's right.
I'm going to change my next plate to SNS 0. This was the year, folks. This November was the year that I was going to get a Jeep.
Yes, you were. A Wrangler. And it didn't happen.
Well, November's not here yet.
Well, it's not here yet. Yes.
Many things could happen.
Many things could happen.
We can hit the lottery.
Yes, exactly.
We
We can hit the lottery. Yay.
We brought a special guest. But yeah, so you want to talk about a depressing birthday? This is going to be the one.
Yeah, no Jeep.
No Jeep.
No
Unless
Jeep.
you get me like
I'll get you one of those
model.
little plastic ones, the one of the
Now-
little kids driving. The
Now,
little
if you
electric
go
one.
to the third one where I said tweet, see not the third one, tweet, go one more. Yep. There you go. The only way Pat and I are going to be able to get that Jeep is if you tweet to the NBC network and tell them that Pat and Jodi are going to save
The
late night TV.
late show. We'll be the late show. We'll record it at 5 in the afternoon and it'll go on at 5 in the morning.
So if
We're okay with that.
If you want to help us get that Jeep,
Call NBC. We need Pat and Jodi on late show.
Yeah, send them our information. We need to start trending on Twitter right now. That's the only way you can help us. So tweet now. It's going across the screen. I put a lot of thought into
That's
this.
right.
I want you to know I did some show prep today.
So look, if you run out of late night infomercials that aren't paying you any money, just put Pat and Jodi on. That's it. We'll replace the late night infomercials.
We'll put people to sleep.
That's right. Now we'll wake them up. Wake up, you mother.
Especially,
we can't say that.
Especially when Pat Drip comes into town.
Drip. That's right.
Johnny Drip comes knocking at the
right.
door.
Johnny Drip.
Johnny Drip. What are
What's he dripping, by the way?
The clothes. Remember?
That's right.
So remember, we did an Urban Dictionary segment about.
Yes, we did.
About drip and what drip stood for, and it was somebody who dresses really nice, or they were doing drugs. But
yes,
Johnny Drip. So Pat has gone and found, because tonight's segment is our Urban Dictionary word of the night,
word of the day.
And Pat is going to use this in a sentence.
Well, and actually, this has to do with one of the definitions of Drip Drip or Johnny Drip Drip.
Oh, okay.
Because this is the word of the day is the Urban Dictionary word of the day. By the way, they don't sponsor the show. Hopefully they will eventually.
Well, when we get to the
When
network.
we get to the network, well, Urban Dictionary is the word is steezy. The word of the day is steezy.
Password is?
The password is steezy.
Okay.
What is steezy? Steezy is just kind of two words slammed together. It's style with ease.
Oh, that's a
steezy,
good one.
style with ease.
That's not dirty or
Damn,
anything.
that was a steezy ass kicking ass kick flip, son.
All right, say it again.
Damn, that was a steezy ass kick flip, son. I don't even know. That was that sentence that they put in there. That was not really
so steezy.
I ain't even saying the name of the person that contributed.
Oh, hell no.
You can look that up yourself. But this was contributed in 2007. So steezy's been around for a long time.
Damn,
so
that was a steezy ass neck
kick flip, son. Ass kickflip. I don't even know what an ass kickflip is.
What is it? Well, you can click on that and it'll tell you what kickflip. The one trick every douchebag who doesn't skate wants to see you do. No matter how hard you try to do better tricks. Steezy.
What an ass kickflip, I don't know what that is, but hey.
Steezy. You just learned, for all you old folks out there, you just learned a brand new word.
That's right. But we're gonna do a bonus one. This is one of the suggested
Urban
ones.
Dictionary.
Because Urban Dictionary has some fun information on there. This was contributed back in just November of 2019. The term is watermelon sugar.
The password.
Watermelon sugar.
The password is watermelon. We should try to play like passwords. You should pick a word and then let me try to describe.
That's right.
Figure it out. Okay. So, watermelon sugar is the word. And what is it?
So watermelon sugar is an unknown object that Harry Styles could never go without. This is very, very specific.
Is this hair tonic?
According to this actor-singer, it tastes like strawberries, but only on a summer evening. Additionally, it makes him want more berries, bellies, and that summer feeling. Okay, so this is really weird. Who came up? This is from Kiwi. That's who contributed it. Watermelon sugar. Let's see if there's a sentence.
I don't like watermelon.
No, it's kind of goofy. Kiwi walked so watermelon sugar could run. That's the sentence. I don't even get that. Yeah. So there's some goofy ones. Not so good ones. So we picked a bad one on that. That one sucked.
Yeah, that's not.
We don't have the sound effect. Wah, wah, wah. Otherwise, we would use it. Because that was terrible.
Yeah,
watermelon
that was
sugar.
Watermelon sugar? Really?
Yeah, that was bad.
Nickel bag, I like.
Okay, but here's another definition for it.
This is a nickel bag of watermelon sugar.
So I think this was a name of a type of street heroin.
Oh, great.
that originated in southern Georgia in the late 1990s.
Well, there goes that NBC deal.
It's famous for its initial fruity taste and originally placed under one's gums. How do you place it under your gums? Under your tongue, I can see. Under the gums isn't. I don't know.
This is weird. This show is just getting weirder.
Yo, give me a nickel bag of watermelon sugar. Yeah, no, I don't know.
Okay.
There's a bunch of them. That's okay.
Yeah, nothing beats Drip Drip. I'm
Drip
sorry.
Drip.
Johnny Drip Drip is still the best.
Yes.
We need to get another person on this show. We need to call them Johnny Drip Drip.
Yeah, Johnny Drip Drip.
You're Pat Drip Drip right now.
I'm Pat Drip Drip.
Yep, Pat Drip Drip.
Even though I'm just wearing a Sight and Sound shirt, I'm Pat Drip Drip.
Yeah, well, you're dripping in something.
Dripping in something.
So today, let's kind of change topics here. So today, we were talking in the car about we remember this phrase about our friend Rush. Remember, he had a T-shirt. Our friend Rush is a wrestler here in Las Vegas, or was. He's in the Wrestling Hall of Fame right now. And he had a T-shirt that said he was more handsome than 10 movie stars. 10. Yeah, and I could do that because I have two hands. I don't have to use my feet, folks, for that one.
10 movie stars.
He's more handsome than 10 movie stars. So we started to think of movie stars, but we were thinking of more like pet movie stars.
Yes.
No offense to Rush.
No, just as a joke. It's a goof.
It has nothing to do with Rush because trust me, he's no dog.
Well, because that's how I would always say. It's like, yeah, I'm more handsome than 10 movie stars too. Lassie.
Okay, Lassie is one. Let's start naming
Mr. Ed.
Okay, wait. Okay, So we had Lassie.
They got Lassie. Think of some movie stars, okay?
Can you go to comments? Or will
Yes.
comments pop up if anybody's commenting?
If they pop up, it will, yes.
Okay. All right. So let's figure this out. We've got Lassie. That's one. Mr. Ed, a horse, the talking horse.
A horse is a horse,
Of course. And nobody can talk to a horse, of course, unless, of course, that horse is famous, Mr. Ed. Go right to the source and ask the horse. He'll give you an answer.
Wow. I did not know that much of the song.
People yakety yak.
Wow. Wow. Yakety yak. Don't talk back. Yeah.
All right. Enough with Ed. Enough with Mr. Ed.
Enough with Mr. Ed.
Right, so we got
Mr. Ed.
We got Arnold.
Yeah, Mr. Ed.
Arnold the pig.
Arnold the pig. Arnold the pig. I like Arnold the pig. He's got a great name. And he's going to be a delicious BLT sandwich someday.
Oh my God. All right, this wasn't supposed to be funny. So we have Lassie, Mr. Ed, Arnold the pig.
And we talked about this too. This famous animal actor, they also used this animal actor's voice to play another sort of puppet actor in another movie. And that actor is Flipper.
Now, do you remember the song? They call him Flipper, faster than lightning. No one can see. He's smarter than me. That's why we call him Flipper.
Oh, it's great.
Okay.
And of course, they used his voice. They used Flipper's voice, okay, in a comedy. In what was it? It would have been the late 70s or early 80s.
I think it was early, very or late. I don't know. Google it.
Yes, I know. I'm trying to think.
Now. We have the computers up, so we'll Google it.
So we'll Google it.
I'll guess the year was 7. Well, no, let's see. I'm going to say 80.
Yes, 1980.
Yay!
It's a 1980 movie.
80.
So this was
Caddyshack.
Puppet. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we gave it up, but yeah.
Okay.
So a little puppet. The golfer. Not golfers, the golfers.
Best movie ever, people.
Yeah.
Caddyshack. It's when they talk about Kentucky bluegrass.
That's right.
Hybrid. It's a hybrid. It's a hybrid between Kentucky bluegrass and Cannonball.
It's just sesame, and exactly. That
I would
great.
love. Pat and I actually talked about this, but we can't do it. We would love to play a movie like Caddyshack and do commentary over it. How friggin' funny would that be? Because what was up with Michael Keaton in that house with all those people he lived with?
Yeah, they had like 10 kids. I mean, talk about stereotyping Irish families back in the
but his
80s.
Parents never he took money from the tip jar, and I don't know what, his parents weren't very supportive. Like when he was playing golf and he was trying to
had 10 kids. He was one of 10
and then they were
kids.
saying when the guys were picking on him, when he was trying to win the caddy tournament, they were going, Newton. His parents didn't go shut the fuck up, you assholes.
Yeah.
If that was my kid, I would have fucking slapped the piss out of those kids.
Kick him right in the nuts.
I would have smacked the piss out of those kids.
One of those wrestling right up the crotch shots.
Newton,
shut up,
Newton. And then
let him putt.
And Lacey Underall.
Lacey Underall.
Lacey Underall.
This is my niece, Lacey Underall.
Ooh, you must be dreary it must be a change from dreary old Manhattan. And Dr. Beeper.
Dr. Beeper, yeah.
Dr. Beeper.
That's just, even the names were comical. I mean, they were cartoonish almost.
Dr. Beeper. Carl was Cinderella stories. The Cinderella.
Yeah, at least he had a regular name, Carl.
Yeah, Carl, and then was it Ty? You're gonna tie me up in one of those ties.
Tie.
Okay, it's all right. We could go on and on with the
Oh my God, Caddyshack.
But we want to do it, but unfortunately, copyrights forbid us to actually. Doing that. Okay. So let's see. What do we got? Who'd we have? We had Flipper. We had Mr. Ed,
Lassie, Arnold the pig,
and Lassie.
And Lassie,
okay,
right.
Okay, 4. Let's see. I had one. Skippy the bush kangaroo.
Skippy the bush kangaroo. That's right.
Google Skippy the bush kangaroo.
This is one that I
Pat said he never heard. We're talking famous animal actors. We want you guys to interact here. So I don't know what you guys are doing, but get your ass.
There's a blog.
go. See? Yeah. And he has a song. See if you can find the song. Skippy the Bush Kangaroo.
Skippy the Bush Kangaroo.
Theme song. There you go. Skippy.
Here we go. Hold on a
Skippy
second.
the Bush Kangaroo. Skippy, Skippy. He's a friend for me and you. That's
Here we
it.
go.
Here we go. Listen. Yep. Skippy the Bush Kangaroo. I feel like the bushwhacker.
This is goofy.
This is so racist.
I don't know if it's racist. They're talking about a kangaroo. A roo. It's not zoo. It's a roo.
So wrong on so many levels. This is so stereotypical Australian.
Yeah. And it's mostly just one little chorus in the.
Skippy. Who remembers this? Kangaroo.
I do not remember this.
Skippy. All right.
Okay. All right. Yeah. That was.
So am I the only one who remembers Skippy the Bush Kangaroo?
I think so. Yes.
Jesus Christ! How could you not know Skippy the Bush Kangaroo?
I have no idea.
All right. So Skippy the Bush Kangaroo makes our list at number 5 on famous pet animals. All right. Skippy the Bush Kangaroo.
Yes.
All right. My next animal would be. We didn't say Benji.
Benji, I remember Benji was Benji was great.
Okay.
We also have let's go way back to even before we were born, and an animal that starred with somebody who would later become the president of the United States.
Yes,
that's right. Bedtime for Bonzo. Bonzo the Chimp.
Bonzo the Chimp. Okay.
You remember Bonzo the Chimp?
Yes. Do you have a picture of Bonzo the Chimp?
That's
funny.
Let's see.
Bonzo the Chimp.
Let's look for Bonzo the Chimp.
Bonzo the Chimp. And
how
there
are
were a
you,
lot
Bonzo?
of very famous monkey actors back in the day. Animal monkey actors. There was Bonzo. Bonzo the Chimp. Then there was Pat's pulling up Bonzo right now. Oh, there we go. Bedtime for Bonzo right there. You got a little there is Ronald Reagan.
Yep.
A young Ronald Reagan. Bedtime for Bonzo.
That's right. If you forget it, right there. Bedtime for Bonzo, which was I'm thinking that's got to be in the 50s.
Oh, at least.
Right?
Yeah, I don't know. So you had Bonzo the Chimp. 1951.
So this was before.
Bingo.
And Bingo's up here with us. Bedtime for Bonzo. Now we're going to talk about another primate.
Get her on your
Not me.
See if she Bingo. See if you can get her up there so everybody can see Bingo.
Oh no, she doesn't want to come.
Bingo's here with us today. Bingo.
So another primate that played multiple roles, both in television and in movies, starred with one of my favorite actors, Clint Eastwood, in 2 films. But also had a not so well known TV show that your buddy and mine, Rush, was a big fan of.
Yes.
Which was
something Mr. Smith. Mr. Smith.
Mr. Smith Goes to Washington.
Yeah,
or something,
I think
right?
It was on NBC, the network that we're about to save.
Let's see.
And it was Mr. Smith. It was something Mr. Smith
Goes to Washington.
Was it?
No,
that's a film. Type in Mr. Smith NBC.
Okay.
NBC. And then there was also Lancelot Link, secret agent. Mr. Smith, 1 season. That's the
right,
show
right
he was
here.
referring to.
Yes, Mr. Smith.
Mr. Smith. Yes, that's the show. And he even made the cover of TV Guide.
And he made the cover of TV Guide. And one thing that you'll notice here, if you recognize this chimp, and I gave the best clue ever, this chimp, or I should say orangutan, it's not a chimp, it's orangutan, also starred in 2 movies.
He looks like Dr. Zayas. Dr. Zayas from Planet of the Apes.
Exactly. Well, that was who they were trying to make him look like. But if you remember, he was Right Turn Clyde. He was Clyde in the
Right Turn Clyde.
Every Which Way movies.
Yes. All right. So we have Clyde or Mr. Smith. We had Bonzo. We can't forget the bear from BJ and the Bear.
That's right.
You know, so you got to type in BJ and the Bear. Type in the theme song from BJ and the Bear, who, by the way, Greg Evigan, if you're a DJ and friend of ours, his brother-in-law is Joey Hecht. BJ, hey, where you going? Da, 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 da. There it is, BJ.
Yep.
Trouble.
It is
BJ
Sing
and
Over
the Bear.
Hey there, where you going?
Where's the monkey?
They're gonna show him. Hold on.
I can't even get
They're only showing the truck so far. It's just shots of the truck.
BJ McKay.
There we go.
Their best friend Bear. There we go.
That's right.
BJ McKay and his best friend Bear. There you go.
Best friend the bear.
More handsome than 10 movie stars.
That's right.
I'm telling you, there you go. All right. Did we ever have a famous cat?
Oh, I'm sure there were many famous cats. I'm just trying to think of the names of them.
We talked about the monkeys.
Talk about the monkeys, yeah.
Not the monkeys.
Not the
group.
monkeys, yes.
We talked about the dogs. There was Rin Tin Tin. We didn't mention him. We said Lassie, Benji, Bingo. Not our Bingo, but the dog Bingo that was, in the song. B-I-N-G. And speaking of Bingo, here she comes.
Here she comes.
She's coming in. But cats, I can't. A real cat. I'm not talking about a car. Don't give me what's that cat? Garfield. I want a real cat, like a real cat.
Okay, so we're gonna bring up some.
Oh, are we cheating here? I want to try to remember. Babe the pig.
Yes.
Arnold, but no pig was more famous than Arnold, unless it was Elizabeth Taylor. But that's a different. Oh, oops, that's a different one. Let's see. Beethoven. Benji.
That's right.
Let's see. I'm just trying to think of famous TV animals. The horse was Mr. Ed.
How could we forget this?
But
from one of my favorite shows, from Married with Children, our good old Buck the dog. That's right.
Buck the dog. So yeah. So if we missed a famous TV animal, guys, definitely put it in there.
Champion the Wonder Horse from Gene Autry. That had to be multiple horses because it was went on for 21 years. Cheetah the chimpanzee.
We don't have any, but right now there currently isn't any famous animal TV shows, is there?
I don't think so.
Oh, I remember there was another animal, a very unique animal on a very famous TV show in the 80s, Miami Vice. What pet did Don Johnson have?
And an alligator.
And his name was Elvis.
That's right.
Yeah, remember there was an alligator. So we've already gone past our 10. But so out of all the famous animals, Pat, who would you say, based on just what pops into your head first, as like the most famous animal actor?
Wow, the most famous. That would have to, and I think that goes into eras, different eras. I mean, certainly you're going to have Flipper was only on for a few years, but that was big back in the 60s. You had Lassie.
I think Lassie would be up
probably
there.
The best known, one of the best known, even for multiple generations.
Look at Lassie, though.
I think there was seven or eight different Lassies that played the role over the years because that character went on for a long time.
So we're going to be looking for a new family pet.
Yes.
Very soon. How do you feel about naming your dog Lassie? Would you name your dog
Lassie? No, I
wouldn't
name dog Lassie. No, that's too.
Not even
too
a collie.
Famous.
If it was a collie,
that would be. That's almost too easy. Yeah, Lassie went from 1958 to 1974. So that was a long time. That was a 16-year run.
And June Lockhart. The infamous mother in Lost in Space. Yeah,
that's right.
Think about that one. She played the mother.
That's right.
And if you remember, the Bradys even had a dog for only a few shows. Tiger. And he got hit by a car. Poor thing.
Oh, I know. Oh, we can't forget Rin Tin Tin.
I thought I said Rin Tin Tin. I said,
did you?
I did. I said Rin
that
Tin
goes
Tin.
back to 1922. That originally started in 22 to 59. So that even had a longer run than Lassie.
The bush kangaroo.
Skippy the bush kangaroo.
Was
66
right
to
and,
70.
Oh my God, Toto.
Toto, yes.
And Trigger the horse.
Yes.
So yeah, there are a lot of animal actors. And again, if you got one, throw it up there in the chat. Let's see.
Yeah, one that we've forgotten.
Yeah, one animal that we forgot. But we thought we'd make you guys laugh because we were having this conversation in the car and we were like, we should save this for the show.
Save it for the show.
Save it for the show. We have conversations during the day and I say, save it for the show.
Damn it.
Don't talk to me, Pat.
Don't want to hear it.
Let's save it for the show.
Save it for the show.
So talking about saving it for the show, did you hear who's going to play Joe Biden on SNL this season?
No.
I thought that it would be. You've seen Woody Harrelson, right? Play
Yes.
Joe Biden? No, it's not Woody Harrelson. It's on Twitter. It's going to be Jim Carrey.
Wow.
Jim Carrey is going to be playing Joe Biden on the new season of SNL.
Wow.
Yes.
That'll be really interesting.
Yep. So that'll be that should be interesting. And then of course you got to have Maya Rudolph play the part of Kamala Harris.
Yeah.
And then obviously nobody does it better than Alec Baldwin, the Trump impersonation.
Yeah, because he's kind of like a cartoon version of Trump.
Well, he's won an Emmy.
He won an Emmy for that?
Yes, he won a primetime Emmy.
He kept saying, "Oh, I'm not going to do this character anymore." It's like, "Hey, we'll give you an Emmy." Okay, I'll do it again.
Sure. Hey, listen, for an Emmy, I'll take off my top.
You'll give me TV time? Okay, I'll do it.
And Pat, what did you think? I know we didn't spend a lot of time on it because we were watching WWE, but we did catch a little bit of Dancing with the Stars.
Yeah.
And now it's called, I think, Dancing. I think they're not calling it Dancing with the Stars anymore. Can you Google? Because they said that earlier today that the show is just called Dancing. Could somebody correct us with that? Because I always thought it was Dancing with the Stars. But somebody said, I heard earlier that it was called just Dancing.
There's no more stars. So.
Well, no, but I mean, it's got to be Dancing with the Stars. Yeah, no, it's Dancing
still Dancing with the Stars. Yeah.
And we got to, they saved the best for last, obviously. Carol Baskin from the Lion, what was it called? The Lion, what was it? Tiger King.
Tiger King.
Lion King. Tiger
That's
King.
Different. That's
I know,
different.
totally
different. Way different.
Do you think that Joe Exotic is watching her on?
I don't know if he can. If they give him TV in prison, he's probably watching her. If he is, he's watching her cursing her name. That's for sure.
Oh my God, she was a train wreck.
She's a nut.
And did you hear that her ex-husband or her husband that went missing, the family put an ad, spent money on a national ad for the husband because he's missing. Has anybody seen this guy? Because
basically he just went missing and the body was never found, and then she got all of his money. So, and it was completely against what happened was completely against his character. They're thinking that she and she's like, "Oh, how could I do that?"
She does seem like, I got to be honest with you. When it was on earlier this year, because it was the #1 show on Netflix, especially in March, because of we were all on lockdown and everybody watched it. I kind of zoned in and out because I was falling asleep a lot on the couch and stuff like that. So I really have to spend some time. But when I saw her, she seemed like a nice lady, a little crazy, but
she has that sort of, "Oh, hi, how are you?" And then she'll have a knife behind her and stab you. It's a kind of a creepy sort of feeling too. She has a very creepy feeling to her.
Wow.
And I just the first time I saw her, I'm like, "Oh, this chick creeps me out."
Really?
Oh, big time.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. I mean, when the parts I saw, I just felt sorry for her. But then again, I thought Joe Exotic was more wild than she was because
he was outwardly crazy.
Like he killed those animals.
Oh yeah,
right?
he was an asshole. He was a jerk. He was a piece of garbage, but he was outwardly nuts. He put it right in front of your face. She's the one that would be like, "Oh, hi, dear, how are you?" and then break your legs. You know what I mean?
Kind of like people in the event industry. Just saying. Did I say that out loud?
In a lot of industries, I hate to say it.
Well, that's what I was talking to you about. It's like, I don't know.
Oh, that uncomfortable silence.
Yeah,
yes.
That uncomfortable silence that we all have. And what do you think about, let's talk real quickly before we wrap things up here, about the hurricane or the storm.
Oh, man.
Your mom, we've been to the Gulf Shores.
Yes. In fact, my mom used to live in the Gulf Shores, and Lillian. Oh. Why I'm yawning, but in Lillian, Alabama.
I thought you were doing that because Lillian, Alabama. That was a real yawn?
Yeah, it was a real yawn.
Did you really yawn on the...
Yeah, I yawned on the...
Pat, we're never going to get to late night if you're going to be fucking yawning on our regular on this little piece of crap show. When we get to the big time network, you're not going to be yawning. Wake up.
Yeah, what?
Who let the dogs out?
Let the dogs out?
Ooh, 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 ooh. Here.
I don't want to sniff his butt.
Well, the socially distant skunk, everybody. In case you were wondering.
So she lived in Lillian, which was right across from Pensacola. In fact, they were 1 mile away from what they called the 1 mile bridge, which got changed to the 3 mile bridge because they updated it. And they lost part of that bridge with the storm. It actually went down. I don't mean to laugh, but that's my mom lived there for like 2.5 years with Jim. When that was, I think, their second place they had, and they left because they had I think 2 or 3 hurricanes in 2 years, and they had to evacuate twice, and so I think it was 3 hurricanes, and now that whole area where she used to live has just got direct hit. The streets of Pensacola flooded. The whole area, trees going down. It's like, oh, I can only imagine what her house looks like right now.
That's the house.
And it was a beautiful house.
Was that the house that we when we got married?
When we got married,
we went there. Yeah, that was right on the water.
Yeah, you can walk right to their own. They had their own little area, on their own little pier you can go out on, sandy beach that was all part of their community. It was beautiful area.
Wasn't it nice, everybody, to travel at one point?
Yeah.
Wasn't it nice to get in an airplane and just take off?
You can still do that. It's just tougher.
What?
It's tougher, but you can still do that.
Oh, I know. I'm supposed to be going to Texas in November.
I know. We'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see.
I would love to be, it would be my dream right now to go to New York for Christmas. That would be kind of nice.
Yeah.
Even though you and I aren't big fans of like New York City at Christmas because it gets cold, but at this point, chilly. It would be, after all the stuff that we've had that's happened in 2020, it would be really kind of fun to take a trip to New York for Christmas and see the tree.
Yeah, sure. Do a little bit of touristy stuff, but it's like
a lot of touristy
It's
stuff.
Obviously that
eat a cannoli,
the 14-day.
But we don't know
if that's going to still be in place.
Like,
yeah, we don't know. It's months off, so.
I mean, we've been at 50 people capacity outdoor and
indoor
since June 4th.
Yeah.
They haven't changed anything here. So
Nothing.
We're still at 50. It didn't go lower and it didn't go higher. So I guess that's a good thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
But in order to get Vegas back on track, it has to be
higher.
way over 50 because we have conventions, hopefully, that are going to be coming back. And and our friends at the Mirage actually had a convention for 90 people, but they had to separate them in 2 separate rooms. So you can have, and they are doing, hotels are having events. It's just that they have to put people in room blocks
so if you have
50.
If you have 250 people, you can actually do a conference for 250 people. They just have to have 5 different rooms, and those people can't intermix, and they can't have one area where they all come in and gather they have to have their own areas. So it's possible. It's just more challenging.
Yeah. So, I mean, guys, tell us why don't we ask this to our audience tonight? The first trip that you would want to take when COVID-19 is all said and done, what place would you like to visit outside of your city? Let's make it more interesting. Let's say, where would you go on an airplane? Where would you like to go on an airplane? So because if you live in New York, I don't want to hear I'm going to Atlantic City or anything like that. I'm talking about a trip. Like, where did you want to go? Where would you want to go? And hats off, by the way, where to go, Pat. Hats off to our photographer, Nate.
Yeah.
Nate, our photographer, is going to be leaving us around December.
On an adventure.
Him and his wife got an RV, and they are going to be traveling around the country in an RV in December, which, okay, I guess, like you said, if they stay south.
You got to stay south, yeah. If you stay south, you're okay. You just got to be careful of like the mountain ranges because there's still some mountain ranges that can hit you.
But maybe him and the wife want to go see snow, or maybe they want to.
Yeah, but you can get stuck in places too. So
yeah.
But that's going to be quite the adventure for him, and that's good for him.
I've always wanted to do that. Like, let's just pack
road trip, 4-week road trip,
and Mike Walter did it. Our friend Mike Walter in New Jersey. Him and his wife Kelly took, I think it was 2 weeks. It might have been longer, but they rented an RV and they went around the country, but they did it with their dogs, and they did it, I want to say, in May.
Yeah, because you want to be spring, fall. Summer is nice, but summer in some of the areas gets really hot. So if you want to go down to the south or anything like that, or even here, it gets really hot. You can't leave pets in a car when it's that hot.
Yeah, no, you can't. I mean, we were in Morro Bay about a year ago, and
oh, it's fantastic.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I mean, that's a road trip, but I'm talking about an airplane. Like,
I'd
like to go to New York. I'd like to be, especially, as much as I like to go to New York for Christmas. I think that would be fun.
Hey, New York.
Hey,
Yeah, New York.
This,
Yeah.
that, have a
Yeah,
cannoli.
New York. Yeah.
Sure.
Sure, New York. Yeah, sure.
So that's, I don't know. You got anything else for us tonight?
Nothing. No,
That's it.
absolutely
We're
nothing.
already at, what are we at, 40?
40 minutes.
Wow, we're talking about absolutely nothing.
Talking about nothing.
For 40 minutes.
It's like the Seinfeld. It's like Seinfeld, the show about nothing. This is
That's
this
us.
Is, we're the new Seinfeld.
That's
we're a
us.
show about nothing.
We did not do our dollar.
Nothing,
you know,
man.
we still
haven't
didn't
done
do
the
the Dollar Tree Haul.
Well, because we got to get a hold of your Dollar Tree Haul partner and get him to
Freddie.
contribute.
Yes.
Yes, Freddie.
And we were supposed to go visit the graveyard.
Yeah, we didn't.
But
do
we
that.
got busy. I mean, we were
Busy.
busy. This was a very weird week
Yes.
last week. It's over.
Yeah.
We had a very weird week. No comment.
Yeah, you can ask me why my hand looks like this later.
Or mine looks like this. Well, you can see my tattoo, but I have one as well. Just let's call it a love bite.
Yes, a love bite.
A love, and it didn't come from Pat.
No,
It didn't come from a human being.
no, a human or a human.
I said human. Human being.
That's one thing that when I first met you, I always laughed because you've gotten better at it. You still slip every once in a while, like now, but you could never say anything with an HU. Anything HU, you just got rid of. You got rid of the H. F the H. Don't need it. If it was huge, Hughes, human, everything, you just got rid of it. We don't need the H. Human. Howard Hughes.
Okay.
Okay. Hey, Howard Hughes.
Howard Hughes.
How you doing? How you doing, Hughes? Hey, Hughes. How you
He was
doing?
the richest motherfucker.
Hey, Hughes. Hey,
Hey,
that's
forget about
huge. That thing is huge.
it. Wow, what a huge.
Oh,
That's a huge.
hey, let's go get some coffee.
and let's
And
wash
bring
it
the
down with
dog.
some
Get some orange juice. Orange juice.
orange juice. Well, let me tell you something. When you go to the Claremont
Oh, if you say it properly, you're screwed.
Diner.
Diner.
You go to the diner, you are in for it, Pat, because there's a waitress that wants to like smack you. Because
Oh, yeah, because I
she's
say
like,
orange.
Orange.
'Cause
What are you, fancy?
You fancy?
My mother would say that to me. My
What
father
are you
would say,
fancy? Yeah, because if you went back there and you said
and I
coffee,
said dog. I said
dog?
dog. I said dog, and they went dog.
dog.
What's a dog?
It's a dog.
Dog.
Don't you remember where you's from?
With that,
With
we
that,
want you guys to keep watching Staying Up with Pat and Jodi. Go to that last one again, the tweet one. Go to the tweet one.
hold on, I gotta get
Scroll
there.
the tweet. We want you guys to make sure that you tweet it out right now. I'm going to be looking on Twitter tonight. Make sure you tweet it out about Pat and Jodi saving the network late night, because we got to do something, folks, the next few months. And but we also want you to like and subscribe to our channel.
Yes.
Get notified when we have a show.
Ding, 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 ding.
Because sometimes we just might show up out of the blue and surprise you with a show. But generally, we're on every Wednesday. We're trying to keep it consistent.
Sort of,
on
kind of around
Wednesday.
this time.
But yeah, it's usually around 5 o'clock ish on the West Coast.
Yes.
Just saying.
Yeah.
Yes.
Pacific time,
Pacific time.
or as some of your family members would say, specific time.
Pacific time. Yes.
It's very specific to their coffee.
And they're orange juice.
Orange juice.
Yeah, and Pat's the man who thinks that donuts should be eaten during dinner as a dessert.
Donuts is
Pat
dessert.
says donuts are a dessert. I say donuts are for breakfast. I don't
know, as a snack, like, hey, let's go have a
Dunkin'
donut and
Donuts.
coffee.
Oh,
I never been a big let's have a donut for it's a pastry. Having pastries for breakfast is never, you have eggs and bacon and shit like that.
and donut.
Not pastries.
But you have Dunkin' Donuts
Yeah,
is America's
no.
breakfast spot. Like,
and guess what
Dunkin'.
they're serving? Egg sandwiches now. 'Cause
They
nobody
are.
wants donuts except for you New Yorkers. Hey, let's go get a donut for breakfast.
Right
Hey,
now, I could go for a donut.
I could go for a donut.
What kind
right
of donut
now.
would you have? Oh, you know what? Pink box.
My favorite chocolate with peanuts is my favorite.
I can go for a pink box right now. Oh, donuts. All right.
I could have commented on that, but I'm not going to.
we could just leave it to the two people.
Just
that are
leave it
watching
at
us.
that. Yes,
Just the two
exactly.
people that are watching us live right now can just.
That's right. Well, thank
that.
you again for hanging out with us. We're going to probably do a watch party either later or tomorrow or whatever. That if you guys missed it, you can hang out with us and we can comment with you and talk more about Urban Dictionary and
Skippy,
animal names and
Skippy the bush kangaroo
and how you talk like this and say how it use.
and Skippy the bush kangaroo
and Skippy the bush kangaroo. Oi!
I have to say that song was very like ethnically wrong.
It was just.
It was very wrong.
But it was the 60s, wasn't it, or something like that, or 70s?
70s, but like it was very like it was just so bad.
Everything back then was corny and goofy like that.
My God, the Generation Z and millennials
they'd
hate that.
They'd have a protest and burn shit down.
They'd burn down the kangaroo.
How dare you talk to the ruse like that?
All right, let's go.
Bye, everybody.
I'm hungry. I want a donut.